All right, we're diving straight in today. The entire AI industry just got hit by three massive landscape-changing shifts. Let's break it all down. So, it all kicks off with this number, 98%. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around, but that's basically how much the price of using top-tier AI has fallen. This is the first of three huge events that just happened, starting with an absolutely insane price crash. So, yeah, first up, let's talk about this economic earthquake. This isn't just a discount. This is a fundamental change in who can even afford to play in the big leagues of AI development. And this image just says it all, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the established players, the big names, charging you dollars for their services. And on the other, a new challenger, DeepSeek, comes in and their price is literally measured in cents for the exact same amount of work. I mean, just look at the scale of this. OpenAI and Anthropic are around $3. DeepSeek, 28 cents. We're not talking about a 10% price cut. This is getting something that is almost as good for 1/50th of the price. It completely shatters the old pricing models. So you have to be asking, how is that even possible? Well, it boils down to this really clever idea called mixture of experts. See, instead of having one gigantic AI brain that has to power up and do everything for every single question, it's more like having a team of specialists on standby. The system is smart enough to route your problem to only the 2 or 3 experts it actually needs, which saves a ton of energy. And it's not just one thing, that's the brilliant part. It's a whole combo of smart moves. They use that mixture of experts model, so their massive model only uses a tiny piece of itself at a time. Then they use faster, more efficient math, and on top of that, they have a smart caching system that remembers what you've talked about before, so it doesn't have to do the same work twice. It all just adds up to these crazy savings. Okay, so as costs are just cratering, something else totally wild happens. We move to the second big shift, an information shift. One of the most tight-lipped companies in AI, Anthropic, made one little mistake, and it gave the whole world a look at their secret playbook. And it all started right here. Over 500,000 lines of their secret proprietary code, basically the DNA of their main product, got accidentally published online for everyone to see. And this wasn't some sophisticated hack. It was just a human error with absolutely massive consequences. And things happened so fast. A developer pushes one wrong file, 30 minutes later, someone on X spots it, and within just 3 hours, the code was copied and mirrored everywhere. GitHub, Reddit, you name it. It was impossible to put back in the box. The cat was officially out of the bag. So what did people find in there? Well, for starters, this thing called KAIROS. It's a secret, unreleased autonomous mode that's designed to dream. So when you're not using it, it's actually working in the background, consolidating its memories, organizing its thoughts, kind of like a person does when they sleep. I mean, that's a huge step forward for AI autonomy. They also found what looks like a solution to one of AI's biggest headaches, how to keep it on track during a really long, complex task. It's this super sophisticated, self-healing memory system that uses a smart index to keep itself from getting confused or making stuff up. Really, really clever stuff. And then there was this. You're not going to believe it. Tucked away inside this serious, professional coding tool was a complete Tamagotchi-style digital pet named Buddy. It had different rarity levels, stats, even shiny versions. Just a totally charming and unexpected Easter egg. And the fallout, well, it was instant. Axios put it perfectly. This leak probably won't sink Anthropic, but what it did do was give every single one of their competitors a free masterclass. It's like they handed over the blueprints to their most advanced projects. Okay, so AI is now way cheaper to use, and some of its biggest secrets are out in the open. That brings us to the third and maybe most important shift, the power shift. Now that you have all this access and knowledge, how do you, the builder, actually use it? Well, if you go to a platform like Google's Vertex AI, you're faced with a choice. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like building a house. Do you want a prefab home? It's fast, reliable, and gets the job done? Or do you want to hire an architect and build a totally custom house from the ground up? And here's the real trade-off. AutoML, that's your prefab. You don't need to be an expert, and you can have a model ready in a couple of days. But you give up some control. Custom training, that's the architect path. It takes a lot more time and expertise, but you have full, total control over every little detail. So the bottom line is this. You go with AutoML when your problem is pretty standard, classifying images, forecasting sales, and you just need to get something working fast. It's the smart move when speed is what matters most. But you choose that custom path when you're doing something brand new, when an off-the-shelf solution just won't cut it for your unique problem, and you need to squeeze out every single drop of performance. That's when you call in the architects. So you've got these three massive shifts all hitting at the same time. It's an economic shift, making AI affordable. It's an information shift, revealing its inner secrets. And it's an empowerment shift, giving builders like you clear paths to create amazing things. It's totally reshaping the world of AI. So the only question left is, what gets created next?